I was very lucky as a child to be immersed in arts. My grandfather from my mom's side, my uncle, my aunt, they were all artists. And as a child, I thought my grandfather was God because he would move his hand and these beautiful things would appear. And then I went to art school, Mirak Academy of Fine Arts in Tabriz, and immersed myself in multidisciplinary art training. My name is Behrooz Salimnejad. I am the Elaine S. Harrington Senior Conservator of Furniture and Woodwork at Philadelphia Museum of Art. We are responsible for conservation needs of all the curatorial departments at the museum, and also physical conservation. We work on furniture from different periods, from 1200s to modern. I myself, I'm a generalist, but mostly gilding and upholstery conservation, also structural and carving. The tools we use vary. For carving and woodworking, obviously we use lots of hand tools and also machines like band saws, table saws, hand planes, chisels, but also we borrow lots of tools from medical profession like microscopes, analytical tools. We use computers, namely Photoshop. My favorite tools for woodworking are planes, Japanese hand saws, and multiple carving gouges, because when you are carving something, you need many different gouges with different shapes and forms to accomplish the task. But one of the early projects I worked on is a French console table. It's a gilded table, which was initially thought to be a B-grade piece, but after we examined it carefully and realized that there's actually quite a few restoration layers on it, and did some sample exploration, excavation, and then realized that underneath all the gesso that is on top, there's actually very exquisite cuts. The piece actually is a much nicer quality. So I took that on, and that took about 1,500 hours. And it was to a point that I was actually some nights dreaming that I'm living in some of the carved motifs on the apron of the table, looking to the world from that point of view. I guess that happens to a lot of people when they're involved with a project so deeply for so long. It just becomes part of your soul almost. I love singing, and I've had some job offers, from some of the opera companies, which I turned down because I have a full-time conservation job.